Let's go.
Yep.
Traveler, you've come at a good time.
Wait, this sounds like another commission.
It is as you say. The commission this time around is of high importance.
Huh? What happened?
Not long ago, we received word that a section of the Avidia forest seems
Contaminated? You mean...
I don't know about the specifics, but I hear that strange things are happening to people who cross through that region. The Avidia forest inhabitants won't leave their homes so easily. If we allow this contaminated region to expand, that's why I want to ask you to investigate the situation. Even if all you can do is stop the contamination from spreading, that will still save many people.
This is forest business. Maybe Tyghnari... This is where you've been, Tyghnari? That's...
Shh. Keep your voice down.
Tyghnari, everything's... Am I going to die? Tell Mom that and tell Suna that I'm sorry for breaking her toy. I didn't tell her because I was scared that she wouldn't. Tyghnari, I heard that people turn into birds after they die. Is that true?
What happened? Tyghnari...
Okay, enough nonsense. You just have a small fever. Take your medication and rest. You'll be bouncing off the walls in no time.
Really? Then, can you keep the thing about the toy a secret for now?
No can do. You're a big kid now. Once you've recovered, go and apologize. Keeping secrets to yourself won't solve anything.
Oh.
Hey, let me ask you something. I recall that you're usually pretty healthy.
I don't know either. Mom's been telling me not to play in the... It's different from before. I got lost and went around. After I got out, I started...
Could it be?
So that's how this whole mess happened. Anyway, go rest. No running around until I say so, got it? Traveler, Paimon, let's step out.
Mr. Forest Watcher, how is my son?
I gave him some antipyretics. Let him rest here for a... I told him that he would feel better after some medicine and rest, but... His symptoms resemble a fever, but something else is causing them. They seem more akin to a disruption in his psyche.
What do we do? Mr. Forest Watcher, you have...
If memory serves, a plant called Vasanti grass can help soothe the mind. A small number grow in arid deserts. They usually look like shriveled weeds, but can be revitalized with a splash of water. They're expensive and unable to grow in the Avidia forest's climate, so I don't have any on hand. I'll ask the caravans. Go find Kale, have her prepare medicinal tools and a set of traveling gear for me.
All right. Thank you.
Contaminated region, huh? Is that why you two are also here?
Yep. Is it a new withering zone?
Doesn't seem like one. Whether you look at scale, internal conditions, or resultant effects, The only thing they have in common is that they aren't welcome. This nuisance made itself home in the Avidya forest, so I can't turn a blind eye.
We feel the same way.
All right. Let's contact the caravans first and purchase some Vasanti grass. We can also ask about the contaminated region. There's no time to waste. We have to move quickly. Excuse me, I'd like to purchase some Vasanti grass. Do you have any?
I'm sorry, Mr. Forest Watcher, but we've been closed for the past few days.
Closed? Now that's odd. It's my first...
It's a long story. Some of our goods were stolen recently. They were mechanical parts that we got from the academia. Although they're old models, they still fetch a good price on the market. Our caravans had to pull together more to afford those parts. Now that they've been lost, we'll likely come up short this trip. All the merchants talked it over and we decided to raise the prices of our remaining inventory. Until this plan takes effect, none of us can privately sell anything.
I don't get it. If these goods are so important, then why not think of a way to get them back? Raising prices won't solve anything. At best, you're shoving the consequences of the robbery onto your customers.
Mr. Forest Watcher, it's not that we don't want to. It's just that we asked around, and apparently the forest has been very unusual as of late. We can't keep waiting out here for the thief to come out. All we could do is come up with another solution.
So the bandit hid in the contaminated region after stealing the... How many people were there in total? Were they not affected by the contaminated...
That crook came from the contaminated region. As for how many,
No people.
even if I tell you, you might not believe me. Fine.
What the heck? The Avidya forest has creatures like that?
To be honest, I'd rather not think about it. It moved too skillfully to be new at this. It came out of nowhere. Before we could react, it swiped our goods and ran away. We were all shocked. By the time we came to our senses, the thief was already long gone.
I see. If we help you retrieve your stolen goods, then...
Oh, but of course! Not only that, but you'll become one of our caravan's VIPs! Oh,
Enough. Tell me something that's actually useful. Any leads on that mechanical crab?
maybe one. After our goods were stolen, we specifically got someone to assess the situation. If you're interested, you can go and talk to them.
All right. We'll go and have a word.
After the goods were stolen, I made multiple inquiries with nearby caravans and residents. It turns out that many others have also been robbed by that crooked crab. However, the crab only seems to be interested in machinery. It doesn't even bat an eye at other valuables. A caravan carrying a large amount of mora had an uneventful trip, but another caravan had a child whose metal toy was taken. Whatever the case, that thing is a scourge. We'll eventually think of a way to get rid of it.
That mechanical crab is fast, strong, and a pain to deal with. 10 of us might not even be able to take that thing head on. Didn't the academia ban research on mechanical life forms years ago? Where did that thing? Our salaries even got slashed because of it. Who would have thought that that robber wasn't a human, but a mechanical crab?
I heard from the caravanners that there have been a lot of robberies lately, but we haven't been affected. We don't normally see the mechanical crab, and it doesn't disturb our daily life. It only shows up when the caravans are here, and it runs back to the contaminated region after it's done.
You haven't tried capturing it?
We have, but it's too agile and fast. However, We did unexpectedly learn something the last time we tried to capture it. It apparently lives in the deepest part of the forest. So instead of immediately moving its spoils, it first hides them nearby. Once its stash grows large enough, it moves everything in one go. You'll have to move fast if you want those goods back.
How are things? Did you make any progress?
We learned of its behaviors, but much still remains unclear. Assuming normal operational status, mechanical constructs generally act according to their... If I were its owner, I'd command it to steal more valuable things. Or the Mora you made. That would be the most efficient method. But it only goes after mechanical components.
Right. It's really...
So, you all found a way to retrieve...
Do you have any more mechanical parts with you?
Yes, I still have a small bag of samples. They weren't taken since I keep them on me at all times. Oh, are you planning to...
Under constant external conditions, organisms rarely initiate changes in their habits. Here's what we know so far. It has a mechanical composition, it lives in the contaminated region, and it comes out to steal mechanical components. If we have said components, we can lure it out, capture it, and then make observations for further... well, chatting like this won't get us anywhere.
You're right. We don't have any other options right now. This bag of samples is all yours, Mr. Forest Watcher. If you can get our goods back,
We don't need anything in return, but I'll be keeping this bag. I may have other uses for it later. We'll also need to borrow a sumpter beast. Our act has to be convincing if we want the crab to fall for it.
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. If it means getting our things back,
I'll have to decline that offer. Anyway, we'll use the mechanical components and sumpter beast to pose as a transiting caravan and lure out the crab. Once it appears, capture it. I leave the timing to you.
Don't worry, we're professional.
It's hurting again.
How's... I'm feeling a little...
Ви не повірите, я просто нажимав джетпак. Нажимав джетпак і дід помер, розумієш?
Looking at the trade routes and the contaminated region's current perimeter, the goods were likely...
Then let's get to it. We'll definitely capture that
Okay. We'll start from here and have the sumpter beast with the components on board lead the way. This sumpter beast isn't familiar with us yet, so be calm and take your...
The sumpter beast went ahead. Let's keep up with it. Why'd it stop?
Looks like it's loafing around. Or maybe it's hungry. The caravanners grew disheartened.
All right, it's moving again. Did you hear some... Ah! Is that the mechanical crab the caravan was talking about? It's charging...
It looks strong. Be careful.
Stabilize!
Everybody stand!
you can run, but you can't.
Just try to escape
It doesn't seem capable of comprehending complex questions. Keep an eye on it. I'll search around the... I don't know why you're stealing mechanical parts, but they don't stolen items must be returned to their rightful owners. Any objections? You came from the depths of the contaminated region, right? How about you help us with something? If you take us there, I'll give you some mechanical parts as a reward.
It reacted!
We can't be certain yet. Its excitement may be a simple programmed response upon seeing mechanical
Okay, so you want the crab to lead us into the
That's right. The contaminated region has a large and currently expanding perimeter, so it would be difficult to conduct a thorough... If we charge straight in, we'll get lost like headless pigeons. Also, our new friend here seems to be full of secrets. I've been studying this contaminated region recently, and I have a hypothesis of my own. So to be absolutely safe...
Paimon gets it now. Does the scuttler understand what you're saying?
It doesn't have to, as long as it isn't hostile towards us. I gave it some components that it will definitely take back to the contaminated region. So long as it doesn't attack us, we can...
It seems to be really happy.
Listen to me. Wait for us here. No running off. We'll be back soon. If you're still here when we return, I'll give you another mechanical part as a reward. I'm not sure, but our priorities are to retrieve the mechanical components and to purchase Vasanti grass to make medicine with. We should return, but before we do, we need to set up a few traps.
No time to lose.
Oh! These are the mechanical parts that were stolen! You really got them back for us! Thank you all so very much. I don't know how I can... Don't worry about the price. They're on the house. How many do you need?
2 is enough.
No, that won't do. Here, I'll throw in some more.
No need. I've already received a reward.
Reward? You mean that bag of mechanical parts? They aren't worth much compared...
But those parts are very useful to me. I retrieved the things you needed, and you gave me what I needed in return. And before we go, just a reminder, the forest has an intricate and biodiverse ecosystem. Even if there were no mechanical crabs, other dangers are still present.
Noted. Thank you all ever so much.
Let's return to the village. The earlier we can give the child medicine, the sooner he'll start...
Так, треба зробити тут трошки. Я не думаю, що тут повністю. Воно може і повністю доведеться. Подивимось. Що це дендробочка? Вау.
So Tanger's supposed to be here in Gandharvaville looking for inspiration. But should we yell his name at the top of our lungs?
Hey, buddy. What's your name? What are you doing here all alone? Do you live in Gandharvaville? Regardless, don't worry. As a trainee forest ranger, I'll do...
Hi, Miss Forest Ranger. I'm Rozzy. Don't mind...
When people say don't mind me, what they really mean is don't worry about me. That's all the more Hey, don't cry. What's wrong?
Huh. That voice sounds familiar. Paimon's heard it. Oh, it's Kale! And a Chut? Hi, Kale. How have you been?
doing pretty well.
We're here on an errand. We heard your voice, so we thought you seemed kinda busy, though.
I'll be fine. You go.
What a well-mannered child.
Sand? There is not a lot of sand in a forest. You keep saying you're okay because you don't want us to know what you're upset about, right?
Maybe.
That's exactly why you have to get it off your chest. Here's a trick. If you're keeping a secret that bothers you, you can try telling it all to a tree hollow.
A tree hollow?
Yeah, a tree hollow. Do you know Tanja's stories? The Aranara living in the forest will patiently listen to every word children say. Maybe there really are Aranara living in the tree hollows that will...
You like the R&R stories too?
Of course. I love...
Oh, people who like R&R are the best. Okay, I'll try telling my secrets to a tree.
Aw, you're just exaggerating. Anyway, let me try. So, how are you doing?
Sure.
Wow. Collie's so good with kids.
Well, helping children who are lost in the rainforest is all part of her forest. So, what was it you wanted help with? You're not lost too, are you? Okay, so you're looking for a children's author from Port Olmos called... wait, when you say
That's right, Uncle Tanja.
so he's in the area? Looking for this is amazing. Could you wait for me first? I've always been curious what the man behind those incredible stories is like in person.
Tanja's just a normal...
Even so, he must be more creative than most. Wait, hold on. Rossi.
Mm-hmm. He's my dad.
Your dad? Tanja's your dad? As in you're Tanja's son?
Uh-huh.
Ah, Paimon sees. That guy at Akara Crafts told us that Tanja brought his son along with him. So why are you here on your own, though? Did you and Tanja get...
We had an argument.
Oh, in that case, we should take you back to Gandharville first.
No, I'm good. Thanks for your advice, Kale. I'm not so upset. Come with me. I'll take you to him.
Yay! Thanks, Rosie! Paimon thought we'd be spending the whole day looking for...
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
So Tanja headed this way. I know this place pretty well. Follow me.
No time to lose. Yeah. No time to lose.
That's solidified. Order guide you.
Nice and spicy.
Rosie! Where are you, Rosie?
Rosie!
Oh, Rosie! Thank goodness I finally found... Were you in danger? Did the wild beast scare you? Did the stars guide your way?
I'm okay.
Thank you. Thank you all. I dare say that even the most cold-hearted Spino crocodile would be...
Oh, it's nothing. It's all part of my responsibility as a trainee forest ranger. I'm the one who should thank you.
Really? I didn't know anyone read my stories apart from young children. That must mean you're still in touch with... Okay, then. I have the inspiration for my next story. It shall be about...
Huh? It's an honor to become the source of your...
Whoa. Kale looks like she's about to pass out.
I'm okay.
Are you two story lovers as well? Yes. The moment I saw you, the image of an aura giant and an aura finch traveling together popped into my mind. Oh? Who asked for my help? My sincerest apologies, but I have fans...
Seems like Tanja has a slightly exaggerated view of what it means to be a children. Also, Paimon's not a finch. That's nothing to get excited about.
Akara Crafts. Oh, right. I remember now. That small boat once sailed into the sea of my memory, but before long it floated, perhaps for the best. After all, a wild tempest.
What? Paimon, what should we do? Do you think we...
Dad's saying he forgot about helping the people at Akara Crafts learn more about Aranara because right now he has something more important to do.
Oh, that's what he meant. Well, wait, no, this isn't the time for all that. Tanja, your help is pretty vital to the toy makers. You gotta do something.
But the garden that blooms before my eyes is of greater importance. For therein lies the beautiful Parisara that all the children of Sumeru dream. I, Tanja, have found evidence of Aranara activity right here in the Avidia forest, conclusively proving that Aranara not only exists. If I manage to document the first real-life Aranara sighting, the petty problems that perplex... Meanwhile, I may well be able to leverage this to assume leadership of the academia. Then all across Sumeru will know of the great Tanja...
I haven't written any papers myself, but I think you need to have a bunch of them approved by the review board before entering the academia. You also need a detailed and objective experiment record. Anyway, Tanja, what did you mean by evidence of...
The hook's what's important in a story. The great storyteller Tanja never gives his audience the bait right away. Come with me.
Wait, not that way.
Kale, what's wrong?
Nothing, but that way leads us deeper into the Avidia forest. And I think I'm starting to understand why Razi and Tanja were fighting.
Just as I expected, the promise of one of my stories has kept you hot on my heels.
But this is just an ordinary tree hollow.
You can deceive the eyes, but you can't deceive the heart. Look with your...
Paimon's not sure what look with your heart means, but...
Знайдіть Аранар.
Hey, look! There's a note here! Could this be the evidence? The handwriting's so hard to read! Do Aranara need to Here's another note that says... That sounds more like something in Aranara. There's another one here! If all a clever Aranara.
No time to lose.
How does it feel to bear witness to a groundbreaking discovery? The crude handwriting may look like a child's, but don't forget, I doubt that a child would be able to reach this deep into the forest, and I doubt even more that they would think of this. I boldly hypothesize that this tree hollow is in fact the Aranara's academia. An Aranara that wasn't so bright left a note here wishing to become a clever. I shall craft a new story for them. How's that? Don't the very words just conjure up?
Nope.
Well, many an adventurer knows how to take to the skies with their easily visible wind gliders, yet they do not possess the invisible wings of imagination. How about you, Miss Forest Ranger? Do you
Huh? Me? I don't know. Maybe I do. Yeah, I'm fine. It's just that witnessing Tanja's creative process is a little...
overwhelming?
Oh, yes. Yes. Overwhelming.
For now, I've decided to stay here with Razi until we witness the legendary moment when the Aranara Don't worry! I won't let the Akara Crafts toymakers down. When a real Aranara appears, their little troubles will be resolved in an instant.
He seems pretty stubborn. Looks like we'll have to stay here and wait.
No, I think we should return to our camp first. Tanja, in Aranara and the Three Little Fungus, it says that Aranara are very sensitive creatures. I don't think they'll show up if we stay here.
Oh? Was that in the story? Yes, I remember now. Miss Forest Ranger, you sure know your stuff. In that case, let's go back to camp and call it a day. We'll continue our search.
Yep.
Traveler, wake up! It's not the Aranara, it's Kale. She's come. Oh, Paimon's been worried about Kale since last night. Even though she kept telling us she was okay after we saw the... Anyway, let's go Hey, look! Aren't these Kale's footprints? But why are they headed towards the tree hollow? So Kale came back here alone. Is she waiting for the...
And I thought this was a place nobody knew about. I never thought Tanja would find it, or that I would run into the If I'd known, I would have just told the tree hollow instead of writing it down. There must be another way to practice my handwriting. Now I've created a whole new problem for myself. What do I do now? Dress up as an Aranara? Oh, no, that won't work. I should be writing something that an Aranara would never say, so that Tanja won't mistake me for... But what should... Oh, I've got it. There's no...
So the evidence of Aranara activity we saw during... But why didn't she just tell Tanja? Oh, right. Kale told Razi that he could tell any secret to a tree hollow. Must be because that's what she does. And now she even... Yeah, you're right. We'll keep her secret. Oh, looks like she's almost done writing. Let's head back.
Aha! There's a new note. Yes! It's the same handwriting, which... Let's see what it says.
Ooh, what could it be?
I want to visit Mondstadt during the Ludi Harpastum again? No, that's impossible. This must be some kind of mistake. How could an Aranara go to Mondstadt for the Ludi Harpast? Even I would never write that into a fairy tale.
So, an R&R.
Yeah. If you ask me, they were probably left by a passing merchant from Mondstadt or something.
No! No, I refuse to
I refuse to believe.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't? It's not like it'll take you a huge amount of effort.
You've written so many stories beloved by the children. I'm sure you can help create carvings that are just as successful.
No! I can't do it. I thought that if I could find an R&R, I'd be able to help Akara Crafts. But it was someone from Mondstadt all along.
But you've managed to write all those stories without ever having seen a real R&R, right? What makes this so different?
Rosie, you tell them.
Really?
Yes, it's fine. Tell them.
Okay. Kale, Traveler, Paimon, do you remember when I said that there was a secret I didn't want to tell? I didn't want to tell anyone the secret, but it made me feel very sad and also turned Dad into a... So, I think I should tell. Dad isn't the one who came up with all those Aranara stories.
What? Hold on. So if Uncle Tanja...
It was me. Dad's been telling stories in Port Ormos for as long as I can remember. I always got to listen to all his news every night. Dad would give me a Zaytun peach for dinner, and I'd eat it while he told his story. The Zaytun peaches were delicious, but Dad's stories were really bad. He always uses sentences that are really hard to understand, but Dad kept on going, telling his stories again and again. Oh, one time, he even borrowed a camera from Lord Sangema Bey's shop, and Dad showed me the picture and said that it shall become the precious record of Sumeru's best storyteller early in his career. Even though I only had Zaytun peaches to eat and not so great stories to listen to, I was happy. Then one day, I tried telling Dad a story I came up with. Dad seemed really excited from the very beginning. He looked really happy. He lifted me up high into the air and told me to continue. He lifted me up so high that I was looking down at him as I continued with my story, and when I got to my favorite part, Dad started crying. I guess he must have been moved by my story. When Dad put me back down, I looked up at him again, but now he had a scary look in his eye.
You remember it so vividly.
It's not only Rosie. I, too, remember every detail of what happened that day. After that, I gradually grew in fame and started making money. I became Sumeru's best storyteller. Finally, we could afford more than just Zaytun peaches for dinner. I thought it would make...
I was really happy at first, but then everyone started calling me Tanja's son instead of Rosie. I kind of guessed why, but I also didn't want to believe. Dad got busier with things that had nothing to do with storytelling, like that request from Akara Crafts. So I made up my mind that this time, I just want to be good old Rosie, so that instead of Dad the way he is now, starting every story with, I prefer my dad how he used to be, stumbling over words and not knowing how to end the story. That's why I decided to keep how I imagine R&R to look like.
Wait! Paimon gets it now! To sum up, all of Uncle Tanja's fairy tales were actually stories written by Rosie! And because Rosie didn't want Tanja to keep living a lie, he refused to help him with the Akara Crafts commission!
Yes. That's why I tried looking for possible evidence of Aranara. I'm a terrible father. I'm sorry, Rassi. I'm so sorry. And I owe you all an apology. Rosie's the only one who can help Akara Crafts. If you can manage to persuade him, that is.
Are we gonna let this happen?
You want me to help Akara Crafts with their... Well, I did mention what the Aranara look like in my stories, but to make Kale, Traveler, and Paimon, I might need your help on this one. I've never really left Port Ormos before, This is my first time in Gandharvaville. Well, Sumeru is so much bigger than I thought. Seeing new places has given me... So I want to visit more places in Sumeru. That way, I can help Akara Crafts create an R&R, and I also want to take pictures of Dad everywhere that we travel to.
You still want me to come with you?
Yeah, of course. Come on, you're the best dad ever.
This is the happiest, rosiest...
I want to thank you, Kale.
Huh? Me?
You told me about telling my secrets to a tree hollow. Even though I didn't have the time to find a tree hollow, telling everyone my secret...
Yeah. It's hard to keep too many secrets. And I made a lot of mistakes back in Mondstadt. But when I look back on them, it all feels more like a new... I'm sure this experience will be the same for Tanja.
Yes. I'll do my best. Wait. Did you just...
I just passed by once. Never mind that. Let's go, Rozzy. Grab that camera and see what hidden inspiration you can discover.
Okay, let's go. Come on, Dad.
Rozzy, slow down and watch your step.
Що це таке?
Oh! Hi there, Traveler and Paimon. Master, I prepared the pharmaceutical equipment. Do you need me to...
No need. A precise dosage is required this time.
Oh,
But once I'm done, you can deliver the medication to the child. He gets a little nervous when I'm around for too long. I don't think he finds me very approachable. I'll go prepare the medication. Traveler, give me a hand.
Sure, you may.
How is he? Doing any better?
I feel like he's doing a lot better.
That's wonderful!
Oh yeah, he asked me to tell you that Suna came by earlier. Suna didn't get mad, so he wanted to thank you.
It's nothing. Did you prepare the traveling gear?
Of course I did. Are you going?
Yes, we're going to the contaminated region. Judging by its, I'm leaving everything to you while I'm gone.
But
Many things are learned by doing. And once they've been done, you'll realize they weren't as deal with problems as you yourself see fit. You don't have to...
That's right! You'll do great! Alright, then I'll do my best. Master, Traveler, Paimon, take care of yourselves.
We'll be all right. You'll understand the reason for this excursion once we arrive at the contaminated region. You put too much confidence in me. Anyway, like you said, things will likely be uneventful. Let's return and find that crab.
Так, секундочку, друзі. Дві секундочки. Ага.
I could get used to this.
quietly scuttle away.
The traps weren't triggered. You honored our agreement and waited here until... As such, I'll hold up my end and give you another mechanical part. Keep it safe. I'm glad you're satisfied. If you want more mechanical parts, take us deeper into the I want to see what happened there. What caused the...
So this is the contaminated region that everyone's been talking about. It's like... really...
Do you feel unwell at all? Good. It's as I predicted. Elemental power confers a degree of resistance against the contaminated...
How do you know that?
I haven't entered the contaminated region for a proper investigation, but my observations during our time here have all but confirmed my hypothesis. Look at these flowers. How are they different from normal? This flower species is formally known as the Sumeru rose, but they're sensitive to ley lines and emit varying amounts of light in response. Excessive brightness indicates a dangerous level of ley line activity in the surrounding area. From the looks of things, the ley lines around here are already out of control.
You're saying the contamination here is coming from...
I can't confirm that right now, but I think let's take another look around and see if we can discover more.
You know, we haven't seen any animals this entire time. The birds used to chirp really loudly, and
This contaminated region currently appears to have a critical efflux of ley line energy, which is probably the root cause. Some animals have keen awareness. They sensed something.
leaky ley lines sure can cause a lot of damage, huh?
Like how plants have preferred growth conditions, we also gradually habituate to our surrounding climate, temperature, humidity, intensity of ley line energies. When people live under fixed conditions, this equilibrium is broken when the surrounding environment abruptly changes. If normal fluctuations in temperature occur, then our bodies automatically adjust. However, the average person cannot adapt to changes in ley line energy, and so
Then why are we okay?
I'm not sure why you are, but he and I are fine because our elemental capabilities allow us to adapt to this kind of change. Of course, it's not a good idea to spend too much time in areas with concentrated ley line energy. The only one who can freely traverse this place is probably the mechanical crab. That's about it for the investigation. Help me find an open space. I want to test something. Environment, no wind. Target parameters, normal. Setup complete. Excellent. Looks like it's working.
What's this?
A purification device that I made. It can absorb excess ley line energy and temporarily stabilize an area.
What a neat thing! Let's set up more and cover the entire region!
I wouldn't mind if that would actually work. Unfortunately, once this contamination, the purification devices have their limits. At best, they can only prevent the contaminated region from expanding. If we want to permanently eradicate the contamination from the ley line effluents, we'll need to tackle the source. That's right.
Huh? The mechanical crab is acting...
Something's approaching. So that's it. Now that the ley line energy has stabilized, the monsters that... Get rid of them quickly. Don't let them get close to the purification device.
I will have order. Help! Help!
Riptide! No time to lose.
Spare me! Please spare me!
Hey, are you okay?
These injuries are superficial. Don't move, I'll patch you up.
Who?
Don't worry, we took care of him.
Oh, good. It's a monster! Hurry, attack it!
How do we explain this? Krabby here, it heard you shouting for help and brought us here to rescue you.
It's faking it. It has to be. Maybe it's gonna partner up with the other. Do you know what's inside the forest? It's all... I just came here to pick herbs, but I accidentally went... I gotta get out of here. Be careful. These mechanical life forms... no wonder the academia wanted to completely ban the existence of mechanical life.
Are you?
His inarticulate speech and bodily tremors indicate psyche disruption. He's been inside the contaminated region for too long. We've purified the ley line energy over there. Follow this path out and you'll soon see the village. At that point, someone will bring him to Kale for help. I already prepared medication that will return him to normal. So you think you did a good job and want a part as your reward?
It's so hard to understand.
Alright, regardless of what you're thinking, you did some real good this time. That's why I'll give you another mechanical part. Need any help with it? Guess not. Well, make sure to hang on to it. What was going through your owner's mind when he made you? And also, how do you feel about that person saying that you're as evil as the other mechanical life forms?
Okay, it definitely doesn't understand you.
It seems like it possesses limited understanding. Help others to get parts. That's probably its thought process. As for why its owner is collecting so many components, I'm not sure. It's getting late, so let's set up camp for the night. Hey, over here! Come on, you big lummox, raise your head and look up! Let's set up camp here.
Alright, Paimon also thinks it's a good spot.
Oh, any particular reason?
This place is perfect to put up a big tent. We can also set up a cooking pot and cook tons of delicious food.
You're not wrong, but the primary reason for choosing this place is because its higher elevation keeps it. Rainforests are very wet. You should always be careful when spending the night. For the next tasks at hand, let's divide and conquer. I'll set up the tent. You'll be in charge of making the fire.
Leave it to Paimon. Paimon's a pro.
I'm not expecting that much. Just do what you can. That's right. You can use rushes to start a fire in the wilderness. Their piths are relatively dry and can be readily set aflame. The downside is that they produce a...
Traveler, Tyghnari? Paimon didn't know that rainforest had so many interesting plants until we came here. Did Paimon also saw wild berries on the ground? And Paimon was gonna fly over and pick them up, but...
Those were probably dead leaf butterflies. They camouflage as dead leaves to evade predators. My guess is that they mistook you for a bird when you flew over, so they fled. Little did they know that you were more scared than they were. Never mind. The tent's up, so you two go rest. I'll forage for food. Oh, you found some already.
bands it this time. It wants mechanical parts.
Sorry, no part this time. That task wasn't important enough. If every little thing resulted in a reward, then it might start to take advantage of the system. I'll note little things like this and give a cumulative reward at a later time. That is one reason.
It looks really sad.
After some further thought, it might come up with some weird misunderstanding if I don't give it. I'm off to prepare dinner. We'll take shifts on lookout duty tonight. You two can sleep first.
We need lookouts?
Yes. Even though most animals fled because of the ley lines, we can't completely let down our guard. It's settled then. I'll set up some pest-repelling devices so poisonous insects don't come Have a good night. Not too good, though.
Paimon's getting sleepy. It's been a while since we camped outside like this. This is like when we just started adventuring together.
You're awake earlier than I expected. Did you sleep well? That's good. I was worried that you two wouldn't be able to sleep, so I specially used 2 of my homemade incenses. Don't worry. They're made from all natural ingredients. They have a light fragrance and aren't harmful to the body. Speaking of which, have you seen the crab? It was scampering around over there just now, but I don't know where it went. So you can tell. My suspicion is less towards the crab and more directed to its unrevealed owner. A ley line effluence of this magnitude occurred without any warning. Someone probably disrupted the natural flow of the ley lines. Until we fully understand the situation, take extra caution. The academia has banned mechanical lifeform research for years, so the origin of these creatures is very suspect. Topics related to mechanical lifeforms were popular in the Spontama for a time. Some of my juniors had also thrown themselves into such research. They proposed an intriguing idea. Use our knowledge to create a new and practical lifeform that could help. However, no matter which modules or parts are installed, a machine is innately a construct that receives and executes commands. They can never possess self-awareness like us or other living. In their pursuit to discover the differences between mechanical and biological life forms, zealous researchers performed unregulated vivisections and other absurdly cruel experiments on animals. Research on The irony is that the researchers became even more impetuous afterward. Who knows? Maybe this subject will be unbanned in a few years. I'm interested in the topic of mechanical life, but I don't like the researchers' attitudes. It's just my personal opinion. My ancestors and the Valuka Shuna of the desert coexisted together and supported one another. The blood of my people were born from this symbiotic relationship. So to me, all life is important. To understand life, you must first respect it. Life is not an expendable commodity, and knowledge should not be wielded like a scepter. These are the points of contention I have with some researchers, and why I left the academia. By placing yourself above other life forms, what kind of results do you expect to get from researching pure life with impure intentions? Really? Well, I'm glad... Coffee? Did you prepare this for us? All right. Seeing that you're working so hard to help out, you're not planning on using it. Many of your own parts are critically degraded, and you're running low on power. All right. Suit yourself. Oh, and thanks for the coffee, but I'm about to go to sleep. Leave it. The night watch is yours. Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Sorry. Paimon slept through the entire night. Really? You're not mad? Don't worry. Paimon will be sure to stay.
Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. Quick question. Me too. The farther in we go, the closer we get to the source of the ley line effluence.
Is there something we can do?
Extinguish our fire so we don't set the entire forest aflame. Also, retrieve the pest-repelling devices from last night. We don't want to affect the ecosystem here.
Got it! Paimon will take care of the fire.
All right. Let's meet back here later.
Так, хлопці, дівчата, пора трошечки чайку залити. Ну, мене вже починають втомлювати це полотно діалогів.
I wonder what the rest of the Harbingers are up to. Plotting and scheming on an ever grander scale, no doubt.
Що береться? Ще прикаляс.
All right. It's about time to head out. As we go further in, we may encounter more. The effects of the ley lines will also increase. If you're struggling, it would be wise to avoid conflict. Try to conserve as much energy as possible until we reach.
Until we meet again.
As I thought, the closer we get to the contamination source, the more mechanical monsters that appear.
А вони інші. Таких не було.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Блін, як задоджив.
Order guide you. No time to lose.
Go in! Let's light it! Eat
Гуру-гурі, гура-ра-ра.
It stopped here!
Upon closer inspection, the plants here are really different. Ley line energies are also stronger here. This may be the place we've been looking for. Ready yourselves. We're going in.
Rabbit hole. Let's go. Окей. Так, ну, там електро рекомендують, та... Коротше, я не думаю, що там критично.
There's a ton of mechanical monsters here. They make this place their lair.
Looks like there's no way to sneak by. Let's take care of them quickly. One like the forest.
Come to Kabar.
This is order.
No time to lose.
What is this?
Leyline energy is spilling out from here. This device, it's extracting energy from the ley lines without end. Who in the world would do this without considering the consequences? The ley lines won't be able to repair themselves if their flow is perpetually—
It's terrible! We have to stop it! Let Paimon see. Paimon doesn't see control.
Standing here is equivalent to being directly showered in leyline energy, which may cause irreversible damage to your body. Take Paimon and get out of here. I'll see if I can find a way to turn this thing off.
Wait, you're also vulnerable to the ley. We're staying. We can't leave you here by yourself.
Then let's look for it together. If there is no control unit here, then there must be a trapdoor somewhere.
Krabi.
You know where it is? Hey, wait for us!
The fat of the land.
What's this? It'll only show up if you step on it?
Be careful. And watch your step.
Look! Someone's here! Are you the one that's taking the ley line's energy? Turn on, dammit! Why aren't you saying anything?
His body is cold. It's emaciated, and his eyes are sunken, likely from chronic malnourishment and stress. He collapsed and never got back up. Almost forgot about you. Here, this is the
What is it doing?
I'm not sure. Judging by this room's layout, this place was a laboratory. We should find a repository. The file room will definitely give us some clues, so let's go take a look. This place is a natural hiding spot with how hidden it is.
Did you two find anything?
There are a lot of lab notes, but it would take way too long to read through them all. I found a tape recording used for an experiment, and based on its serial number, it's from—
Tape recording?
Yes, the Spontama created a device that visually records experiments and consolidates the— However, these devices are expensive to make and aren't entirely stable. That's why they are only used in some laboratories.
Come on, let's watch it.
Hold on, let me figure out how to play the tape. Goes in there. Okay, this should—
Karkata? Karkata? Seriously, I look away for 1 second and you're gone? There you are. Look here. This is our new home. I, Abatui, will unleash my talents here and amaze those ancient fossils at the Academia. Oh, you're also quite happy. Karkata, do you know what we're about to do? Yes, I thought not. Listen up, Karkata. I'm going to make a mechanical life form that can be mass-produced. The technology will be unlike anything else that exists. I'll use mechanical organs, and electric currents will course through them like blood. A steel-cast heart that will beat forever, and a brain of myriad components that can think like mine. Inspiration from the ruins and the research that the Academia had banned. I hope everything can start anew. When you can understand our language and live among us, you will no longer be a boring machine, but a truly living being. It's fine. You will understand. One day.
Karkata is the mechanical crab, right? And that researcher named Abatui said he wanted to prove something to the Academia?
I remember now. I had a junior researcher named Abatui. He was expelled from the Academia for researching mechanical life forms.
Junior researcher?
Yeah? What's wrong?
Nothing. Paimon was just wondering, doesn't Abatui look—
He is, but Academic progression isn't tied to age. I finished my studies a while ago, so subsequent students generally considered me as their senior.
Oh.
Of course, age can be an issue. For a while, people always dragged me into pictures. I felt like some kind of animal on this. That isn't important. Let's go and see if we can find other tape. The pipes continue further. Let's head in.
Look! Paimon found another tape! A date is written on it. Let Paimon see.
That's quite the time gap. I wonder what happened in between.
It's rare that you malfunction because of an operational error. Seems that making coffee is still somewhat difficult for you. Or is there an issue with my set parameters? All right, there you go. Water entered the chela and caused it to short circuit, so it couldn't receive signals from the ganglion. Look at me, talking to you like this. You can't understand me anyway, can you? It's fine. I swapped in some new parts, so you should be all right now. Try moving around. Everything in working order? Be more careful next time. We're tight on money right now, so we don't have a lot of parts or power to spare. I'm glad. Karkata, did you know? Yesterday, I dreamed that you aren't the bunch at the Academia always saying things like, mechanical intelligence is just an extension of statistics. They were blown away when they saw us talking with each other. Too bad it was just a dream. Forget holding a conversation with me. You're so simple that you probably wouldn't even notice if I died. Never mind. I should probably be worrying about next month's power.
After Abatui left the Academia, everyone lost I thought he was so despondent that he gave up on researching mechanical life forms. Instead...
Paimon doesn't feel like he's a bad person. He even changed out Karkata's broken parts.
Let's keep looking around. Following the serial numbers, the next the writing is sloppy. Perhaps his state of mind had changed. There's also an undated tape in the wrong spot. Doesn't seem like Abatui put...
Maybe Karkata helped him?
It's hard to say. These are the...
Sorry, Karkata. I was just thinking about something. Today, in my recent experiments, I successfully gave you a living being's instincts. When you're low on power, or if one of your parts is damaged, you will prioritize your survival command and proactively recharge or replace your parts. That is a very dangerous thing. And today, I did something even more. I've officially activated the third-generation ley line extractor. The ley lines will serve as our power source from now on. Conducting research on mechanical life forms requires a large amount of power. Even if I scrimped and saved, the more I have wouldn't last for long. I'm also getting tired, Karkata. I don't know what's driving me to continue with this They say that even if it simulates the operation of a living creature's organs, a machine is still an ice-cold tool. I want to prove them wrong. I want to turn you into a living, breathing, and talking being. I'm not talking about anything cheerful, Karkata. Modules for language, emotion, and movement. I've been working my absolute hardest to augment and refine your functionalities, but I've never seen an effective response. You are my finest success, but even you can't understand me. All you can do is execute limited responses based on preset commands or keywords. Karkata, I wish you could speak to me, even just once. Yes, you cannot understand me. It is what it is. In a few days, I'll sell the failed ley line extractor for some more and continue my experiments. Life goes on, and I have to... This is new. If I place another 2 control modules here to simulate the brain's thalamus... Of course my heart decides to act up now. Why did I cut medication from our expenses? Karkata, strange. Oh no, I have to shut down the extractor. Shut it off. If we let them recharge indefinitely, they'll go out of control. Right. I never input a command to shut down the extractor, so you don't in the end, it's just like the academia said. Mechanical life forms only... I'm sorry, Karkata. In the end...
I see. So the ley line effluence was after Avatui's unexpected death. The mechanical monsters were driven by their instincts and continuously drew out power from the ley line extractor.
Paimon understands. Then why...
Because Karkata is different from the other structures similar to living organisms, the ability to cry and laugh, and capacity for independent thought. Perhaps only by building such a machine could he have the academia acknowledge his protracted research. But if he had slowed down and saw Karkata as a friend instead of an experimental product, he would have noticed. Karkata can't speak. And yet it cares about
What does that mean?
You'll see in a bit. But before that, we have a more... First, let's find the control unit for the ley line extractor and shut it down. More of this transparent flooring. Below us is the final room. The control unit is likely in there.
The way ends here. Wanna try jumping down?
Ну і що, як це зробити?
Can't see?
Boba, get them!
Adventure time! Everybody stand back! Let's light it up!
Solidify! Order guide you!
Enshroud! I hear everything!
Go in! You're toast!
No time to lose. Brace yourself. This is gonna hurt.
This should be the control unit. Once we turn it off, the ley line extractor should also Without an external force damaging the ley lines, they should start to slowly repair them. Oh, but I bet you two are more worried about Karkata.
No time to lose. No time to lose.
So, Karkata has been collecting parts because it thinks doing so will fix...
Karkata is unable to understand the concept of death. However, it probably remembers when Abatui replaced its parts when it malfunctioned, and how that restored it to an operational state. It's true that Karkata isn't able to think or understand many topics, but it is like a small child that imitates what adults do.
So that's why it kept stealing mechanical parts. But it can't repair its owner.
Yes, but the important thing is that it formed the thought of wanting to repair Abatui. No one knows how this thought came to be, but it has even suppressed the instincts that Abatui had. If it really is as we've predicted, this research truly will make waves in the academia. It might have been possible to achieve this with ancient technology, but no one has been able to do the same with modern tools.
Karkata? Karkata? Can you hear Paimon? Tighnari says you're awesome!
It reached its limit. It hasn't recharged this entire time, nor has it It's a miracle that it managed to hang on for so long. I'm going to confirm that the ley line extractor has shut down. Let them be alone for a while.
Да, сюжеточки тут прямо топові. Топ-топ-топчик.
The ley line extractor has ceased operations. Traces of ley line energy are still in the atmosphere, but the effluence's source has been stopped. The purification device. Moving on, those affected by the ley lines need immediate care. We'll put up an announcement on the bulletin board about the dangers of entering the contaminated region, and for symptomatic individuals to find. According to the Academia's policies, we need to bring everything back. Research materials related to mechanical life forms will be destroyed, and Karkata will be disassembled and...
What the heck?
You two should return first. I'll take care of things. Although we've stopped the source of the effluence, the ley line energy in the air exceeds normal values. Listen, the Traveler hasn't rested very well. Also, it'll take some time to pack up all the research documents. You're not familiar with this research after all, so you won't be of much. Tell the Adventurers Guild that the incident has been resolved, and then get some sleep. We can discuss matters tomorrow. Oh, and don't talk about Abatui. The fewer that know about mechanical life form research, the better.
All right. Then...
No time to lose.
Так, швиденько зробимо маніпуляцію. Так. Manipulation. Чи це в мене знову це руда? Ліміт. Защита прокнулась. У мене кращого немає поки. Це якийсь прикольний сет, мені подобається тема. Може навіть на... Блін, ну якого? Ну якого? Просто я не розумію. Блін. Просто, ну, 3 нормальних перки, в защиту вже все прокається. А ну. Ну ми до ліміту будемо качати, бо поки немає квітки іншої. Мастерство. Руда. Угу. Рудела. Це ми не можемо качнути. А що ми можемо? Що ми хочемо качнути, скажімо так. Оцю що чи що? Ну, хрен его знает. Дождерез качать. Так, а все завдання з Катеріною не треба? Ну добре, друзі,